Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Christina. Welcome to my video on how to build a dashboard to visualize your company's data using AI. So, what if I told you that you're already sitting on a mountain of data that could probably double your revenue, but you never see it? So, in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can turn your scattered business data into clear, actionable dashboard powered by AI, even if you're not quote unquote technical. This is how modern companies make faster, smarter decisions, not with more meetings or more guesswork, but with dashboards that talk, analyze, and think for you. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to use AI to visualize your business data and how to get it done without spending 6 months or six figures doing it the wrong way, right? So we want to get out of this state right here. So let's break it all down. Now, in this video, this will be at a high level overview. It's not gonna be super detailed, but it's enough for you to finally see what's possible. And then you can start building your own prototype. So after these 5 steps, I will show you towards the end of the video how you can create your own mock-up prototype of the dashboard. And then once you create a mock-up or a prototype, then you can have this prototype hand over to a development team. You can use Afrix AI or any development team who can make it into a production ready dashboard for you. So let's get started. Step 1, the first step before building any dashboard is to identify the business questions you want answered, right? So before you write a single line of code or sign up for another software tool, you need to ask yourself, what decisions am I struggling to make in my business, right? Is it where we're losing money? What are the best performing marketing channels? Which clients are costing us the most? Who on our team is overworked? What should I automate first? These are all the questions you should be asking yourself. So when it comes to developing a dashboard, you don't want to just show data for the sake of showing data. It actually should show you answers. So we'll start with the end in mind. Let's talk about choosing the right data source. So let's talk about how we can put this all together. So let's talk input. Most companies already have data. It's just trapped in scattered tools, like your CRM, for example. Many folks may use HubSpot, Salesforce, Pipedream, Weave. There's all types of CRM tools out there. Payroll systems like ARP, Gusto, Wise, time trackers, email marketing tools like ActiveCampaign, Kit, even spreadsheets, right? So you have all these different tools that all serve different purposes. But here's the beautiful thing about it. You don't have to replace these tools or create custom solutions to create these dashboards. What my team and I will do is that we will take these tools and we'll integrate them to a web application that has AI built into it, and we will connect it to your data sources by using APIs or webhooks. So all we have to do from a development perspective is that we just create a basic web app that is connected to these data source tools, and these tools are connected via API. And that way we can pull in real-time data continuously. So, and of course, we helped companies connect 3 to 5 different tools to create a unified dashboard. So here's a great visual of what that may look like. So you have the data source, maybe you have a CRM data source, then you have a ServiceNow that has a ticketing system, right? Maybe you have a scheduling tool, and you want to have all these different tools come together, extract the data from each of these sources, and have it appear on a web application that has your dashboard, and you can make certain decisions or have certain insights that's integrated with a large language model. We could use Gemini, for example. Gemini large language model can scan through all your data and produce to you an analysis or give you insights. So this is like a really good basic workflow example as a development team. What we will do, we gather your data sources, connect them all together, and put into a web application that's integrated with a large language model. Now, let's get into step 3. Now, there's no point talking about choosing the right data sources if we're not able to pick the right KPIs that matters, right? And one thing I've learned from experience is less is more, right? So this is where most dashboards kind of go off the rails. A little too much information, too much going on, but not enough insight for it to really matter, right? Like this chart, for example. Like this chart is okay, but it's not really giving me that much insights, right? You gotta make sure we pick a couple clear KPI. I will say at least 2 to 3 metrics to track, align with your most important outcomes. So for example, if you're creating a dashboard for your sales team, Maybe you can probably track KPIs for how many sales calls per week that they're doing, how many deals are closed, upfront payment collection. So those are good metrics to track for a sales team, for example. The good thing about KPIs is that you want to make sure that you have a KPI that's always up to date and making sure that it's easy for anyone on your team to understand. So that's a good example. And I did mention an example of sales, maybe in operation, having an average resolution time, task completion. In finance, burn rate, cash runway, top vendor expenses. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how fancy your dashboard is. If it's not helping you take action, it's probably not worth tracking. So we are strategic about which KPI that we're picking. Let's get into step 4. Here's the fun part. The fun part is let's add AI to the part that you can't see, right? So this is where it gets exciting. Traditional dashboards show numbers, but AI-powered dashboards can show patterns and analyze those patterns for you. So we plug in tools like natural language processing. You can ask your dashboard questions. I have an example one here. You can check out on demos.afrixai.com and you could play with this tool. So I actually create a dashboard where you can ask the AI assistant related questions regarding to the data sources that was pulled from these various sources. You can also use AI to do predictive analytics. And it's not just reading information, it's actually creating a forecast of where you're headed and where you have been, right? Recommendations, right? So you have all this information, but you're not always going to have insight of what you need to do next. So suddenly your dashboard becomes more than just a reflection of a mirror. It becomes a roadmap for you and your team on how to proceed forward. So you're not just reacting to problems, you're also preventing them. All right. And step 5, once we integrate AI into your dashboard, now we could turn those insights into action. So data without action is just data filing or digital filing. The final piece is creating automation triggers or decision-ready reports, right? So for example, if your churn rate crosses 5%, that it triggers a notification to your customer success manager. Let's say you're in a sales team. If your revenue drops below a forecast, generate a recovery playbook as needed, right? Email a daily summary of KPI movements with AI-generated suggestions. You can fully customize the flow to fit your business needs and not the other way around with your data. All right, cool. So this is the cool part of the video, right? So the good thing is, when it comes to building these AI-powered dashboards, you don't have to start from scratch. And here's the best part. At Afrix AI, we already built out these dashboards frameworks. It's been tested, tried, and true, refined in various industries like legal, construction, and beyond. All we gotta do is integrate your tools, extract your data, and align it to your goals. So the good thing is, you don't have to worry about hiring a full-blown dev team. You don't have to wait 9 months for a usable dashboard. We just need to come up with the right roadmap and a partner who can help you build what you need right now, which is really powerful. And we have done this for our law firm, and these dashboards help save them up to $1.6 million in lost revenue, just having these dashboards. All right, so let's do a quick demo, right? So I like to help folks create prototypes and mock-ups of their vision before we actually spend the money on the actual implementation. Here's a demo on how I use a tool called Replit to create a mock-up of the dashboard that covers all the steps we covered in this video to create an effective dashboard, right? So let's go over to Replit. You can go to replit.com, right? And build or create an app or automation. And this tool is really great for mock-ups. So if you're someone who's not really technical, but you are an idealist and you have an idea and you want to just start prototyping it out, this is a great tool for that. And I do recommend once you create the prototype for a tool and you fine tune your idea, then you could take this information and give it to an actual development team to create a production grade ready app for you. But for now, we're going to create our prototype. So I have this prompt here, and this prompt is to create a prototype AI powered KPI dashboard for a development team using Python and Streamlit, right? So the goal here is to create a dashboard that's decision-making machine that tracks turnaround on development deliverables, sales and revenue forecasts, monthly maintenance. And I also included the 5 steps that we went over in the video. I want this app to incorporate that into this dashboard. So I'm going to click on start and we're going to see this play out. And the cool part is that we get to see this live. All right, this is going to take a couple minutes, but it's going through the actual prompt, going to each steps. So finally, Replic's AI agent completed building out the dashboard prototype. So I kind of spared you guys the wait time on this, but it took about 5 minutes, but it did implement the following key features: executive overview, as you see here, looks pretty good. And we got these different views: revenue intelligence system, that's right in the middle, operational health, on the bottom, action, sidebar, system health. So it's a good prototype. As you can see, when I'm clicking on it, it doesn't really do anything here. So there are some missing components or functionalities that needs to be in place. But other than that, if you're like a non-technical person and you need like a quick mock-up or a prototype of your idea of what you want built out as a dashboard, this is a really great tool for you to do that. So check it out, Replit.com. You can prompt your way to MVP. And like I mentioned before, once you come up with this MVP or prototype, you can actually take this design, take this link, give it to a development team. You could work with my team or any other development team. They can add the rest of the functionality to it and make it production grade ready. So that's the beautiful thing about that. So of course, when it comes to building an AI dashboard, it's not just about data, as we learned from this video. It's not just reports. It's to build insights, to take actionable steps for your business. So like I mentioned before, don't try to build it all yourself. You could try to do it on your own using Replit, like you saw in the demo, but we can save you the time and the headache from that. So the first step for every person is book an AI revenue audit call. Let's figure out how to take what you already have, the tools, the data, the frustration, and turn it into decision-making machine. So feel free to locate the link in the description below or go to the website, afrixai.com, to learn more. And as always, if you found this walkthrough helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, sharing what kind of dashboard you're thinking of building for your business. And I might just do a video for your specific industry. Until then, like I always say, your data is a gold mine. You just need a dashboard that's going to give you insights and give you actionable steps. And you can do all that using AI. Thanks for watching. Until next time.